Go ahead and drive our knees up towards our chest, strong point through our toes. Warming up our lower body. Reach the arms overhead. We're going to draw the knees up as you reach the arms down. Go for 3. And drive that right knee up and over to a side lunge, pressing your hips back deep in that knee. And then switching sides, deep lateral lunge. One more time on each side. Moving down to a low wide squat, heels in, toes out, arms out to a T. Tiny circles with your arms, palms facing down. Relaxing the shoulders away from your ears. And then reverse the direction. Big breath in. Big breath out. Reach your right hand down towards the left foot. Come back to center. Switching sides. So today's class, we've got 30 seconds of movement with a 10-second pulse. And then a 10-second rest, and we'll repeat that 4 times through. On the next one, come back to center, deep end of both of your knees. Hinge forward at your waist. Give yourself a nice big hug. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you reach your arms up towards the sky for 3. Last 2. And 1. Release your right knee down, coming into a runner's lunge. Untuck your right toes, pressing forward into your left knee. Chin and chest is lifted, stretching that right hip flexor. On your next breath, draw the hips back, straighten that left leg. Add some movement to your left toes. You can point flex, circle out your left ankle, wiggle toes. Hold your left toes to the sky, hinge forward, frame over your left foot. Pressing your left hip back. Inhale, rise up, release your left knee down. Take a big step forward with your right foot, pressing into your right knee. Chin and chest is lifted. Feeling the stretch all along your hip flexors. On your next breath, draw your hips back, straighten the right leg. Add some movement to the left toes, point flex, or flat the ankle. Hold the toes flexed, hinge forward, frame over your right foot. Breath in. Big breath out. Plant your right foot on the floor. Step your left foot to meet the right, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, come into a half lift. Release your hands towards your shins. Exhale, release back down into a forward fold. Inhale, slowly rise all the way up. Shoulders roll down and back. Shake out anything else that you may need to. We're going to get started with our first move. We've got bicep curls, taking it back to the basics. Great. We're going to grab those weights, one weight in each hand. We've got a full curl coming up in 3, 2. All right, 30 seconds is on the clock. Standing, you can stagger your feet, you can kneel, you can sit, full range of motion. Curl and extend. In 10, we've got that pulse. We're gonna hold those elbows at 90, and we're gonna flex our biceps. Keep it going for 3, 2. All right, hold at 90, pulse it here for 10. Tiny pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down, 10-second breather, shoulders up and back. We're gonna repeat that 3 times through. And why my timer sounds so low. All right, here we go. Full curl, full extend. Bend and extend, flexing those triceps as you reach the arms long. Again, you can stagger the feet. Chest is lifted, shoulders stacked over your hips. Elbows bend, elbows extend. We've got that half curl coming up in 2. Here we go, a little pulse. Tiny pulses, it's only 10 seconds for 5, 4, 3, 2, Last one, release it down. All right, shake it out. 2 more rounds, 2 down, 2 to go. Ground through your feet, palms up. Nice, Amy, here we go. Elbows bend, elbows extend. Keeping a micro bend in your knees. This should progressively become more challenging. The more reps you do. All right, we're pulsing in 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold a bend, pulse and pulse. Little flexes, tiny movement. Keep it going for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Oh my. All right, shake it out. We've got our 4th and final round. Draw your neck side to side. When you're ready, set it up. Here we go. Elbows curl. Elbows extend. Last time here. So we've got 30 seconds of movement, 10-second pulse, total 40 seconds of work 4 times through. At that end of the 4th round, we're going to do a 60-second stretch for the muscle that we just worked. We're pulsing in 3, 2, last pulse here, pulse and pulse. Keep it going, tiny flex. You got it. That's 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Oh my. Set those weights down. Roll the shoulders up and back. Grab water at any time when you need it. Come back to standing. We're going to cross that right arm across our body. Bicep stretch on the right side. We're just holding here and breathing, embracing that stretch. So our first move, we focus on upper body. The next move, we're going to focus on lower body. Still holding. Stretch on the right side. Place your arms, circle out your wrist. Cross your left arm across your body. Bicep stretch on the left side. Offset squat. So we're going to come into a wide plie squat. We're going to place one weight on each hip. As we come into a low squat, we're going to lift a heel, alternating right and left. Release your left arm, shake it out. All right, grab those weights. Bring them to your hips, feet wider than your hips, heels in, toes out. Here we go. Right heel lifts. Left heel lifts. So as you straighten the legs, that heel lowers. Alternating heel raise with a plie squat. Offset goblet squats, chest is elevated. So your pulse, we're going to do 2 on the right, 2 on the left. You can alternate. You can stay on the same side. We're going in 2. That's 1. Hold it low. Pulse and pulse. That's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Shake it out. All right. Maybe allow those hips to sway side to side. We're going for round 2. Here we go. Deep squat. Elevate that heel. We're working our inner and outer thighs as well as our glutes. With that calf raise, we're firing up the calf. Lifting that heel, pressing the ball of your foot in towards the floor. Lift and lower. We're pulsing in 5, 3, 2. Hold it low, little pulse and pulse. Tiny pulses here, chest is elevated. That's 3, 2. Last one. All right, shake it out. Oh my. All right, 2 down, 2 to go. We got this, Amy. Start on either side, right or left, does not matter. Here we go, sink the hips, lift the heel. Lift the hips, lower the heel. Switching sides. You're already 10 seconds down. See how quickly time flies when you're having fun? Bend and extend. We're pulsing in 3, 2. Here we go. Hold it low. Pulse and pulse wherever you are. Tiny pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, shake it out. Hip side to side. Final round coming up here. All right, here we go. Lower the hips, lift the heel, and release. Sink it down, and release. Alternating, staggering. Heel lift, heel lower, hips lift, hips lower. Chest is lifted, knees tracking over your toes, not passing your toes. We're pulsing in 3, 2, hold it low. Here we go, final pulse. Just pulse and pulse. If you're shaking, embrace it. Keep it going for 3, 2, last one. All right, shake it out. From here, draw your right heel forward, press your hips back, reach for your toes. Half stretch for the right foot. You can plant your hands on either side to frame your right foot, or you can draw your right toes in towards your shin. We're going to be on the floor, on our back for the next 4 moves. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy. All right, lower your right foot, slide it in, circle out the ankle, switch directions, right foot down, left heel forward, heel down, toes up. Feel that calf stretch, hinge forward. Really dig your heel into the floor, lift your toes to the sky. Upper, we did lower. Probably already guessed it. We're gonna come into the core next. We're gonna use one heavy weight between our palms. Lower your left foot, slide it in, circle out the ankle. We've got slow bicycles. Bring that weight to your chest. You can also do this with body weight. Alternate, extending, and bending, one knee at a time. Twist and twist. Now when it comes time for that pulse, that leg that's straight, we're gonna open and close it, hovering the floor, just like you're trying to brush the floor without actually touching the floor. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Keep it going for 3. That's 2. Hold the twist, bottom leg open and close. Open and close. This is a doozy. Last 3, 2. All right, gentle reset. Catch your breath. We're gonna lean back. We got to do it 3 more times. Here we go. Bicycle and bicycle. Now you can stay in a C-sit. You can lean all the way back, still drawing opposite elbow towards opposite knee. Stretch that leg out long, strong point through your toes, twisting and reaching. Twist and twist. Almost there. All right, hold that twist. Open and close. Lower leg. Point the toes for 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, gentle reset. 2 down, 2 to go. Coming right back into it. Grab that weight if you're using it. We'll lift the knees. Here we go. Twist and twist. Stretching and reaching. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Keep the rotation going. In 10, we have that pulse. Remember, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. We're holding for 2. Here we go. Open and close. Open and close. Going for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Oh my goodness. We're gonna lay back. We're gonna give the core a little rest next. All right, last time. Here we go. Roll back. Here we go. Twist and twist. Kicking that leg out long. Deep reach. Firing up the deep core. Firing up those obliques. Twist and twist. Yes, you can. Keep it going. Reach, kick, reach, kick. Final pulse here coming up in 3. That's 2. Hold it. Open and close that bottom leg. That's it. 5 more seconds. Holding, open, and close. All right, release that weight down. Keep the weights close by. We're going to use 2 for the next move. When you get there, come on back. Reach your arms and legs long in opposite direction. Walk your feet over to the right side. Walk your arms over to the right side, making a crescent moon shape with your body. Lift your right foot, cross it over your left ankle. Right hand grabs left wrist, gentle side bend to the right. Feel the stretch along the left side body. Gently release your bind, release your right foot. Walk your hands and feet back to center, full body stretch, tiny arch in your lower back. Big breath in, big breath out. Walk your feet over to the left side. Lift your left leg, cross it over the right. Lift your upper body, bring it over to the left side. Left hand grabs right wrist, gentle side bend to the left. Feeling that stretch all along the right side body. Inhale, come back to center, full body stretch, reach, reach, reach. All right, our next move. We're gonna bring those weights to our hips. We've got bridges coming back to lower body. Walk your feet, heels in close to your glutes, feet hip width apart and parallel. Here we go. Lift those hips. Press your upper back in towards the floor. Heels in towards your mat. Maybe lifting your toes. Squeeze your glutes at the top. You're barely tapping down before lifting right back up again. In 10 seconds, we're going to hold those hips high with little pulses. Nice work, Amy. Keep it going for 3, 2. All right, hips high, little pulse and pulse at the top. Squeeze and squeeze. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips down. Catch your breath. All right, first down. 3 more to go. And back. Weights to your hips. Here we go. Bridge lift and lower. Squeezing your glutes at the top. As you tap your glutes down, you're not resting. You're barely tapping down before lifting right back up again. Stay with it. Bridge lift and lower. To the top, tiny pulse and pulse. That's 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, release it down, little breather. You're halfway. All right, come back to center. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze as you tap. You're engaging those glutes the entire time. This is round 3, stronger than the last. Press your hips to the sky, head, neck, and shoulders stay grounded. Gentle gaze up towards the ceiling. Squeeze, lift, and release. Pulsing in 2. Last one, hold to top, little pulse and pulse. Tiny squeezes. Squeeze and squeeze. All right, gently lower down. 1 more round to go. Center, set it up, lift and lower. Remember, it's only 30 seconds of movement, followed by 10-second pulse. Squeeze at the top. Dig your heels into the mat so much that maybe your toes are lifting. Your toes can also remain planted. Squeeze, lift, and lower. Squeeze, lift, and lower. To the top, tiny pulse and pulse. Little lift and lift. All right, then we release it down. From here, draw your knees into your chest, put yourself into a tight ball. Grabbing the back side of your thighs, soles of your feet to the sky. You can also grab the inside or outside of your calf with the soles of your feet coming into happy baby. And add a gentle sway side to side. Baby. More swings you on one side, repeat on the other side. Find a single leg happy baby by keeping one foot up to the sky, extending one leg long. To upper, we're going to stay on the floor on our back. Or 2 weights, depending on how heavy you went. Plant your feet to the floor, grab one weight between your palms, reach it overhead. We have skull crushers. Elbows bend, elbows extend. Do not drop that weight. Elbows stay directly over your shoulders. Let's talk about our form. Tuck your hips under. Think about scooping your hips up towards your rib cage to press your lower back into the floor. We're going to hold those elbows at 90 and 5 for gentle pulses. Here we go. Elbows pulse and pulse. This is our first pulse. Finishing up round 1. Keep it going. Little pulse and pulse. All right, gently release that weight. 3 more to go. Arms overhead, elbows bend and extend. Keeping those biceps completely still. Pressing your lower back into the floor. Now try and dig a hole into your mat with your lower back. Soles of your feet pressed into the floor. Option to lift your knees directly over your hips for additional core engagement. All right, bend your elbows at 90, tiny pulses. Little pulse and pulse. Flexing those triceps. All right, gently release it down. Halfway. Set it up, come back to center. Elbows bend. Elbows extend. Lower back pressed into the floor. Palms facing in if you're using one weight. You can keep those weights together if you're using 2 weights. Or keep them parallel. Elbows directly over your shoulders. We're holding that 90-degree bend in 2. Here we go, tiny pulse. And pulse, finishing round 3, stronger than the first. And no burns, keep it going. Last one, release it down. All right, 1 more round to go. Gently come back to center, weight overhead. Elbows bend and extend, here we go. Finishing up those triceps, elbows bend, elbows extend. The elbows directly over your shoulders. Make sure not to drop that weight or hit it on the crown of your head or your temples. We're going to hold those elbows at 90, tiny pulses. Here we go, last one. Little pulse, little pulse. Make it your best. And final. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out. Set that weight down. Reach your legs out long. Reach your arms overhead. Grab opposite elbows for a ragdoll. And just holding here and moving. Stretching your triceps. Move back, releasing into to go. Finishing up with abs. Your glutes knees to the sky, grab one weight, bring it overhead. We have upper crunches. We're gonna reach and press that weight up towards the ceiling. Final move here. Here we go. Reach and release. Press it up and release. Head, neck, and shoulders lifts off the floor. Your pulse is gonna be holding at the highest possible point. Keep it going. Lower back stays glued to the mat. 10 more seconds here. Reach and lower. Lift it up and lower. All right, hold it lifted. Little pulse and pulse. Try reaching your fingernails even closer to the ceiling. That's 3, 2, last one. Gently lower down. All right. That 3 more times. Easy peasy, right? All right, set it up, reach the weight overhead. Here we go. Reach it up, lower down. Reach it up, lower down. That timer has begun. Still going, still moving. Tiny reach and lower. Lift it up and lower. And lower. Stay with it. You got 10 more seconds here. Knuckles to the sky. Weight between your palms. All right, hold it lifted. Tiny pulse and pulse. Remember, we're only pulsing for 10 seconds. You can do anything for 10 seconds. Just reach and reach. Release back down. Catch your breath. All right, round 3 coming up here. Reach that weight overhead. Here we go. Upper core reach and lower. So we worked our lower abs and our obliques. Now we're firing our abs. Press that weight to the sky. Weight between your palms. Reach and lower. 10 more seconds. Yes, you can. Lift and lower. We're pulsing in 3. That's 2. Reach it up, hold lifted, tiny pulses, and pulse. Reach and reach. Finishing round 3, stronger than the last. Last one, lower down. Oh my. Everything's cramping. We got one more round, 40 seconds of work, and then we're gonna stretch. Reach that weight up. Here we go. Reach and lower. Press it up and lower. Keep it going. Reach and release. Right, hold it lifted. Little pulse. I've got a surprise after this. Tiny pulse and pulse. That's 3, 2, last one. Oh my. Set that weight down. Reach your arms and legs long in opposite direction. Whole body stretch, just holding here and reaching. Now, in case you miss any of those moves, we're going to run through them one more time. Take out the pulse. So it's only 30 seconds each move, only 3 more minutes of work. Long opposite directions. Big breath in. Draw your knees into your chest. Cross one ankle to the other. Rock yourself up to a seat. Come to standing. And we are going to run through that as promised one more time through it. Grab water at any time. So it's 6 moves, 30 seconds on the clock each move, 1 time each, no pulses. Easy, right? All right. Those weights. We're coming back to those bicep curls. Here we go. Full curl.
Oh, okay, I'm just stretching here.
You're fine. Thank you.
Yes.
Curl and extend. 20 seconds to go. Full curl, full extend. You got our offset goblet squats coming up in 10. Stay with it. Last 5, 3, 2. Bring the weights to your hips. Walk your feet out, heels in, toes out. Right heel elevated. Lower down, switching sides. Chest is lifted. Drawing your knees toward your toes, not passing your toes. Avoid coming to a knock knee position. We're going to come down to the floor and we're going to stay there. First move are slow bicycles with or without that weight. Last 3, 2, finish up the goblet squat you're on. Set the weight down. Here we go. Slow bicycles, opposite elbow, opposite knee. Twist and twist. Keep it going. Almost there. We're going to roll it back. We're going to reach that weight overhead. Find a bridge pose. Reach that weight overhead. Elbows bend and extend. Skull crushers. Make sure you don't drop that weight. Back to upper body. Lower back press into the floor. Hips tucked under. We're going to quickly transition that weight to our hips in 10. We've got bridge lifts and lowers coming up next. You've got this, Amy. All right, release that weight to your hips. Here we go. Squeeze to lift, squeeze to lower. Make sure you're holding that weight in place. Maybe digging your heels into the floor. Lift and lower. Hold those hips on the floor. We're going to bring that weight back between our palms, reaching up to the sky and reach for the ceiling. Give me one more lift and lower. Hold the hips down, weights overhead. Here we go. Reach and lower, firing up those upper abs here. Still pressing that lower back into the floor. Knees can stay lifted, feet grounded, or you can draw your knees over your hips, shins parallel. Last 10. Let's reach and lower. Last 3, 2. All right, release everything down. Set that weight off to the side. Reach your arms and legs long in opposite direction. Full body reach. Create a tiny arch in your lower back. You wiggle your toes, and wiggle your fingers. Inhale, draw your knees into your chest. Draw yourself into a tight ball. Maybe gently roll side to side if that's comfortable. Find complete stillness. Nice way back through center. Bring your knees in towards one another, knees in together. Over your hips, arms out to a T. Release your knees over to the right side. Gazing up or over your left shoulder for a deeper stretch. Your knees do not have to touch the floor. They can hover. Inhale, draw your knees back to center. Allow your knees to fall this time over to the left. Hovering or tapped to the floor. Gazing up or over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Keeping your knees tucked in, reach your hands to your shins or backside of your thighs, crossing one ankle over the other. Gently rock and roll yourself a few times along your spine. Before coming up to a comfortable seat, finding a standing position, feet wider than your hips. Cross your right arm across your body. Maybe bump the hips side to side. At the wrist, switching sides, draw your left arm across your body. Inhale, reach your arms out to a T. Arms overhead, bend your right elbow for a tricep stretch. You're tucking your chin, lift your chin off of your chest, gazing up towards the sky. Circle your wrist. Bend your left elbow using your right hand. Lift your chin off of your chest, gazing up. Tricep stretch for the left side. Inhale, arms reach overhead, circle, circle, circle. Release your arms out to the horizon. Side bend to the right, bump your hips to the left. Draw your right arm in front of your left hip, left bicep hugging your left ear. Inhale, come back to center, release your arms to the horizon. Side bend to the left, draw your left hand to the front of your right hip. Reaching your right fingertips along over your left toes. Inhale, come back to center. Pivot your toes and heels out. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, slowly releasing all the way down. Allow the crown of your head to pull towards the floor. Option to stay here. You can grab opposite elbows for a ragdoll. Gentle sway side to side that feels comfortable in your lower back. Back side as you pull the crown of the head further towards the mat beneath. Center, release your hands towards the floor. Walk your hands now through your heels. Opposite direction, fingertips away from your midline. Stretching your shoulders, weight is in your heels. Nose. Walk your hands over to your right foot, left hand on the floor, your right ankle, calf, or hip. Reach your right arm to the sky. Gazing up or gazing down. Push your right hand to meet the left. Walk your hands through center, this time over to the left foot. Right hand on the floor, your left ankle, calf, or hip, left arm to the side. Deep spinal twist. Release your left hand down. Walk your hands through center. Pivot your heels and toes out. Bend into your right knee for a 3. And extend. That's 2. And extend. Last 1. Hold the right leg straight, bend into your left knee for a 3. And 2. Last 1. Come back to center, bend into both knees. Release your hands to the tops of your thighs. Inhale, gaze up, look up. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round your spine, come all the way up. Keep the feet where they are. Inhale. Exhale. One more for good luck. Big breath in. And release. Fantastic work today, Amy. Thank you so much.